Yeah. Um, I'm excited about tonight's show because I don't exactly know. I know this is going to sound strange. I don't actually know what I'm going to say. I don't know what the answer is yet. I know I've got one. I just don't know what it is. And those kind of shows always excite me because I learn as much as you do. And I don't know where in the universe that inspiration comes from, but it does. So that's good. So let me just get the YouTube link and just let me just plop it in there. And then where we start. Okay, that's happened. Not totally seeing live stream on there for some reason. Maybe it's there. Oh no, it's there. Look, there it is. It's down there. I've got the posh. I've got the posh one. Okay, I like the posh one. All right, so let me just check the audio, and then we will, without further ado, start. There it is. There's the audio. Brilliant. Okay, right. Let's get going. So tonight's show is oh, I posted the YouTube link in, not the show title. That wasn't quite what I meant to do. Hang on. Oh, there it is. Right, sorry about that, YouTube. What I meant to say was that creating your freedom routine, the real you show, number 17. Yes, this is number 17 in the series. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. It's absolutely incredible. Let's make sure it's still wearing. Yeah, it's wearing. Brilliant. Okay, so let's get down to it. So, I was having a conversation today, remotely, of course. Wouldn't dare be on the same planet as anybody else, and it transpired that they were kind of skating through their day, um, generally doing exotic cooking or something like that, because normally they'd be going out a lot and seeing people, and they're missing that interaction a lot. And that reminded me that although we've covered how to deal with this before, I didn't do it very well myself today or yesterday, and it's kind of hard to do. I think that's the reason. So I'm going to have another look at trying to do it today. And the short answer about this is to make your day full of events, and to make sure that every day has different events. Because the trouble is that we all think of the week kind of like this. 7 days. Usually, most of us who aren't workaholics, which sadly doesn't exclude me. We have the weekend, so we know that Saturday and Sunday are different. We know that they're different. We may do the same thing. We may work even harder. We may do even more. We may relax even less, but at least we know it's the weekend, and technically, we know we're supposed to have a weekend. But particularly at the moment, it's really like, and I saw a meme saying that they'd renamed the days of the week from Monday, Tuesday to this day, next day, all that kind of nonsense. And I hate all that because it's not, it's the wrong attitude, people. But the days are kind of merging into one if we let them. So it is becoming day 1 to 5. The weekdays are kind of getting all the same because the routine is all the same. But who makes the routine? Who makes the routine? Type it in if you know the answer. Give you a second. I'll even check, see if you've said anything. Oh, that's the wrong button. There we go. So my question is, who makes the routine? Okay, I'm just going to check Facebook in case anybody's put that there. I really can't work this out. Hang on. Right, there we go. There it is. Okay. Sorry, the live show wasn't at the top for some reason. Anyway, yeah. So who makes the routine? Okay, so I'm not seeing any answers. So maybe you don't know. Well, let me give you a clue. It's you. It's you. So if you don't want every day to be the same, then don't make every day the same. Don't get out of bed and do the same thing and expect the same thing and waste time doing the same things. Let's work out what you want to do and let's make each day different. Now, the reason why this is hard, I believe, I'll come back to that. The reason why this is hard is, we tend to think of everything as a linear thing and make a to-do list of it. And the trouble with to-do lists, as I've told you before, I hate them. That's the first thing, because you just transfer things from the list on one day to the list on the next day, and more things get in the way of the to-do list, and the to-do list just gets bigger, and it just gets demotivating. And we need goals, and it's good to know what we're supposed to be doing, but we don't want to live our lives dictated by to-do lists. So we had a much better way of doing this on the other show, which you can go and look, but I'll cover it again briefly today. But the trouble with to-do lists is they don't actually fit the day very well. Because if you've got a to-do list with 10 things on it and you're on day one, then you're just going to work through the list, and maybe we can argue about the figures, but maybe you get 3 done, so you've got 7 to carry over the next day, and then another 4 come in, so actually you've got 11 on the next day, and it's very hard to see progress and to feel like you're doing anything other than living your to-do list. And that's part of where the mundane routine comes in, because the to-do list is never ending, and it seems that that's your only purpose in life. And the other thing is, as I say, we may have 10 things on it, and most of us only tend to look at the day as being morning, afternoon, and evening. And we don't want to work in the evening, so we put the 10 things over the morning and the afternoon. So now our morning and afternoon is now merged into one, and we try and get as many of the 10 things done as we can, which is probably 3, and it's not great. So the to-do list is not conducive to getting anything done in a day, and the way the day splits up is not conducive to that. But here's a shocker: the day actually isn't just morning, afternoon, evening. Okay, we have actually 2 slots in the morning, separated by our 11 a.m. Coffee. Okay, and it may seem counterproductive, or it may seem weird, but we should absolutely keep that routine. Okay, because we don't want a sedimentary lifestyle. We don't want to live in isolation, even though we're isolated. So that's your time to go out into the home and join in with your family for 15-20 minutes. I mean, unless we're at home, you could even maybe stretch that to half an hour, have a long coffee break, whatever. Okay, we make the rules. We're working from home or whatever, or our needs are different, and so we're at home. And but as I said before, working at home, we probably get 3 times more done, just because we're not interrupted by people at work. So don't feel guilty about working at home, that you're not working every second. The point is you're getting 3 times the workload done, or you're doing the work in a third of the time. Okay, and that's not your boss's business, and you're not getting paid by the hour when you're working at home. You're getting paid, on results, basically. So, we make the rules, so have a proper, 11Z break. So, so now we've got 2 slots in the morning where we could do something. And again, don't skimp on lunch. As I've said before, absolutely do not eat at your desk when you're working from home. That's crazy. Okay, again, it's another ideal opportunity to, get away from what you're doing to recharge your batteries to spend time with the family. Okay, and then again, the afternoon splits in the same again, and then we got again another 30-minute tea break for 3 p.m. And then in the evening again, even that splits into two. It's not just like shall I watch the TV for the whole evening? The evening's actually in pretty much in three bits, actually, to be honest, because the meal, especially if you're going to prepare the meal, as part of the meal, cooking time's going to add half an hour to that as well, at least, preparing and all that kind of stuff, and laying the table and, getting the candle out and, making a thing of it, making an effort. So there's really three bits of the evening. Okay, so there's a lot of, when you break it down like that, there's a lot of time that we can be doing a lot of stuff. But again, here's another shocker: the day's actually longer than that, because normally we would spend, an hour or so traveling to get to work, and we'd spend an hour or so coming back from work. Okay, and now we don't have to do that, so that's an extra 2 hours a day when you could be doing something of your, that you want to do. Okay, because it's not work time, and it's even longer than that. Can you believe it? Because you can get up half an hour earlier and do your pre-morning routine. Okay, whatever that is. It's not just showering, getting dressed. It can involve meditation or having preparing your breakfast or whatever you want, and to get to bed so you get to sleep. You really want to wind down. And take that moment to, to basically chill out, to try and calm your mind so that when you do go to bed, you're not still thinking about, endless stuff. Okay. And if you're not sleeping well, then that's a big hint because, you need to be chilling down. Okay. But, so the day's really pretty long. We can get a lot done, whatever it is, whether it's for ourselves or our family or, for work or our, beliefs or our hobbies or, whatever it is. Okay, but again, this still isn't suited to the to-do list. Okay, and we're still thinking that today is we start off here, and by the end of the day we want to be here, and these things we want to do, and we're trying to fit them like those magic block things, shape blocks, kit, jigsaw, whatever you want to call it. We're trying to ram them into these little slots, and it doesn't really work. And one of the reasons why it doesn't work, do you want to know one of the reasons why? Well, you tell me why it doesn't work for you. Okay, why doesn't your day work out as you expect, or so often, or sometimes? Maybe I should say sometimes. Maybe you're really good at this. Why doesn't your day? I can't put sometimes in there anyway. But imagine I put the word sometimes in there in some form of English, which apparently I can't seem to do. So tell me why your days don't work out as you expect. Why don't you get as much done? Why don't you get things done to your own standards? Okay, and I tell you why. I tell you why for me. Okay, I can only ever speak for myself. I'll tell you why for me is, and I know this is going to sound, petty or, something, but basically I'm not in the mood. Okay, when you're not in the mood to do accounts, then it's like, putting molten cheese out of a carpet or something. Because you don't want to do it. But on another day when you're in the mood, it will take you half an hour. So the question is do you put it off to when you're in the mood and then you get it done in half an hour, or do you tie yourself to the desk and force yourself to get it done in 5 times, the space? And, it's kind of down to, your discipline, I guess. Because maybe you're the sort of person who has to do that because you're never in the mood. I don't know. But you're probably not, to be honest. So as long as you understand it has to be done at some point and you get it done, it's okay for you to change the plan, the order Okay, so as I say, we're in charge. We can we can change the order so long as we do it at some point. Okay, um, and so if it's going to take you 3 times as long or whatever, then maybe we should change the order. Okay, so but how does that fit in with to-do list thinking? Well, it doesn't, of course. Okay, it doesn't. So we need to do something else. Okay, and this was the brilliant, kind of idea that we came up with last time. In that, to get from A to B, there are these steps, but they're not often even need to be linear. Certainly in my case, they are a cycle. I need to keep doing them. So I need to, create content, and I need to promote content. I need to, research content, and I need to, polish content, and whatever. I need to make new content out of old content, and all that kind of stuff. And it doesn't really matter exactly what order it's in. I know the content has to exist before I can polish it, but assuming that there are other days available that I can polish, I don't need to create content every day in order to promote it or polish it. Okay, I've got content from the past which I need to nurture and and re-promote and and update and whatever you want to call it. So it's actually more of a cycle. Okay, it's actually more of a cycle, and you can do each of the cycles in kind of any order. So if you're in a creative mood, then do something creative. If you're in a kind of tidy up admin mode, kind of chill out work mode, then do your admin or whatever it is. So really, the day is like this, and it's kind of like this no matter what you're going to do. Okay. And as we discussed in the last time, basically, we've got the overall goal. Okay. And I was going to give you a silly analogy, which is not really helpful, but if we're baking a cake, it doesn't really matter what order we do the ingredients in. What order we prepare the ingredients in. You can wash the sultanas or soak the sultanas, before or after. You've done, you've mixed the flour and the butter or something. You can do it either way round. There isn't really a great order preference. Some things may be like letting the letting the yeast rise in the bread or something, has to be done before we cook it. But, basically, we're kind of free to do what we want. And if we want to stop in the middle and have a cup of tea, then we can. Okay. So basically there's a goal and there's activities associated with it. And to a large extent, the order we do those activities in is down to us. All that matters is that we're doing all of the activities. Again, it's the same if you're learning photography or a language or anything at all really. Playing guitar. It doesn't have to be. You don't have to learn the songs in a particular order. If you suddenly want to, do a little jam, then go do a little jam. Doesn't matter. It's on the. It's on the timetable. It's on the list, if you like. Do it when you feel like it. Okay, so if we're working in this circular method, then the day is a lot easier to marry to it. Okay, because let me bring that over. Well done, there you have. Let me just copy that one. Okay, because now you can see it doesn't really matter whether we do this one here or down here. Okay, assuming we have some discipline of stuff that's going on, but we can do it any way we like. Okay, so if you're in the mood to do activity 3 here, then why force yourself and take 3 times as long when you know you're going to do it later on, but you're just in the mood to do this now? Okay. And again, these things, these activities, they kind of naturally chunk down into, an hour or 2 hours or 40 minutes or whatever it is of time. And that's what these slots are. Okay. And also, if there's another day involved, okay, again, there's no reason, whoops, why we can't, do different things on different days. So here's the beauty. If you get up in the morning and suddenly you decide you're in the mood, to do this activity, on that in that slot, then guess what? You can, because we make the rules. Okay, so this whole thing it does need a little bit of discipline, but it's actually freedom. Okay, because we have the freedom to do any of these things in any order on any day, and we can make a day about a particular activity. So if you want to mix one particular day, it's about music production now, then you can spend half a day doing your mixing on that day. If on another day you're full of ideas and you want to try 50 different drum beats, then take that afternoon and do that. Okay. Again, it doesn't matter when we do them, so long as we're disciplined enough to get them all done. Okay. We know in order to do the final goal, we have to do everything. Okay. But the order we do them in doesn't really matter. But also the other thing, of course, remember is that certainly for our own stuff, there is no deadline. Okay. We make the deadline. So it doesn't matter if we do, write a song in a week or write a song in a month. Okay. Maybe in a year's, too much. But again, it's just about discipline. So, the question is, are you disciplined enough to enjoy freedom, really, basically? But anyway, the thing about this, okay, is that rather than a to-do list and ticking it off one by one and feeling that I'm chained to the desk, if I'm feeling creative, I can just go and be creative and make that day creative. And, I could be super disciplined or super strict, I should say, really, and say, Monday I'll do composing, Tuesday I'll do arranging, Wednesday I'll do mixing, whatever. So I could do that, but again, if I'm not in the mood, if I'm not creative, if I'm not feeling creative on Monday, then I don't have to do that on Monday. I can just swap the days around. Okay, or even swap the days of the week around, or, the month around, because as I say, there's no real deadline here. But if I'm, I can get, I can have the intention of saying, Monday's my creative day. Okay, but if I get up and I'm not feeling creative, then there's no point trying to, force it. Okay, because there isn't a deadline. I mean, if I've got a contract or something, with a deadline, then, I might have to be a bit more, disciplined and force myself to do it. But, if I'm any good at this, I will I've worked up other ideas on days that I was feeling creative, and I'll be able to just, tap into that kind of building block, library. So again, if you take this, seriously, and you're always working towards it, then that's always going to pay dividends because you can just tap into it, when you want. But the point is that, I could say, Monday's my composing day, Thursday's my mixing day. I could do that. And if that's the mood I'm in, then fair enough, I can do that. But the point with this is, as I say, it doesn't really matter what I do, because the order isn't important. What's important is that they all get done, because they're all part of the goal. But what order I do them in, what day I do them on, doing it on a day when I feel like doing them, that's down to me. And so long as I'm disciplined enough to do them at some point, which isn't ridiculously, too far away, then it's down to me. Okay. And the beauty of this is that you can basically get up in the morning and you can go, this is a composing day, or it could be a composing day. What do I want to do today? What could I do today? And I know that my goal. I need to do composing. I need to do arranging. I need to do mixing. But I can get up excited, basically with the goal, which is my kind of my why, of saying, I'm going to work towards my music. And then whatever particular mood I'm in, I can actually change. I can actually change my to-do list to fit with the mood that I'm in and, the activities that I need to perform. Because as I say, there's no real deadline. The order is down to you and me. We just have to be disciplined enough to accept that freedom. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. Let me just see. If you've got any ideas about that, so just discipline to have freedom makes sense to you. Okay, so I'm waiting a couple of minutes for your answers. Well, not a couple of minutes, a couple of seconds for your answers. But I'm not seeing any. So maybe you're just shy. Maybe you're frightened that when you type the words into the box, they'll come out. And they do. Yeah, scary. Yeah. Anyway, but, this is my answer. So, but the point is, the reason why I'm failing to do this is I'm forgetting the goal. And also I'm forgetting that I can make the day special by, having a goal and, and deciding what to do. And I'm letting the day run away, basically, by not, working on my goals. Okay, so it's the goal that's really suffering here. And the reason for that is, again, because of, the kind of state that we're in that, there are no deadlines and every day can be the same if we let it. So don't let it is, the big hint here. Is we're also forgetting the goals. Okay. And we're forgetting our whys. Okay. And, there's probably various reasons for that. Maybe they're good reasons, maybe they're bad reasons, but we can't let those reasons stop us, to be honest. So, we need to remember, keep our goals, in mind, in view. Okay. And to do that, we really need to, go back, to our why. So why do I want to do music? Okay. Why on earth, do I want to do that? So one, is a selfish reason, which is, I need to, express my emotions. That's not going to fit in that box, is it? Anyway, cheat and drag that out, shall we? Yeah. So one is, I need to, I don't really have a choice. I need to express and if I don't do it, I'm just bottling up my emotions, and that's not good for me, because I'm not getting my emotions out there. And I need to, otherwise at some point I will explode. I'll actually spontaneously combust, and it'll leave a mess. Honestly, it'll leave a mess. We don't want that to happen. And the second thing is, my other reason and my why is, I want to share, my emotions, and in doing that, again, I guess it's kind of selfish, is, I want to make a difference. Okay, and we did a whole thing about legacy and why legacy wasn't working, but I do want to leave my legacy. Okay, we've updated what that means now. And that was on another show, so you'll have to watch that, because it's a really important, deep, and painful episode for me to share with you. But we realised that legacy wasn't really the thing. So as I say, watch that episode. But ultimately, but basically, however you cut it, I want to leave in an ideal world anyway. I want to leave my legacy. Um, so if that's actually important to me, which it is, and if I actually need to express myself before I explode, which it is, and I will, then that's my why. Okay, that's my first two whys. Okay, and there's another, silly one, which is I can. Okay, and then sometimes that's that's enough. And if I'm not doing that, what else am I doing? Okay, but so it's a bit flippant, but it's actually a valid reason because you don't want to waste the talent that you've been given. Okay, not everyone can do what you can do, so you have a kind of obligation to do it basically. So because you can is actually quite a good reason, but it's not the best one, but it's worth putting in there because don't think it has to be really complicated. It could just be because you can. You're talented. Don't waste your talent. Okay, because it's also about the impact you have on other people. Okay, and that probably is something that you want to do. Okay, so if you're not doing it for yourself, do it for other people. That's what I'm saying. So that's actually an unselfish act now. So why wouldn't you? It's good to do unselfish acts because they're not selfish. So we need to remember these big goals. These big whys. Why are you doing it? Because you want to share your emotions with other people and make a difference and leave your legacy. Well, to do that, you have to have some stuff out there. So let's get it down. Let's get it happening. And it's the same with whatever you choose. You want to learn photography. It's because you want to capture a beautiful moment in time, and when people see it, it makes them feel a certain way. So you want to make people, feel a certain way. You want to, you want to be the one making that difference. You want to get the respect for doing that, and you want the joy from sharing that. So if you want that to happen, well, guess what? You have to do it. Okay, so that's the whys of our goals, and that's why we can't afford to let our goals slip, emotionally for ourselves and for other people. Okay, and and that's the bit. That's the reason why we should jump out of bed excited every morning because we have this opportunity, to do this. Okay, and it could be the same with learning a foreign language. It could be the same with anything. Okay, it's the outcome of our efforts. That we want to see. Yeah, we want to make somebody smile. Okay, so to make somebody smile, we have to make the scrapbook or the birthday card or whatever it is that we're doing. Or and it goes right down even to little things like having conversations with people. We need to make sure that we can express ourselves in the right way and get the point across and make them feel a certain way. And we need to make time to do that. And we need to make sure that we don't let ourselves get in our own way and either muck that up or avoid it or do it less than we hoped. So everything takes effort. Anything worth having basically takes effort. And I did a long, convoluted thing here of possibly what any task could break down into, and it's just so convoluted, it's hopeless. So then I just brought it down to 4 things, and I think this kind of applies to anything. I haven't tested that completely, but basically, we need to brainstorm. We need to think, what we're trying to achieve and how we're going to achieve it, and then we need to see if that idea it works. So we need to practice it. And if we practice it and it works, and we'll come up with the thing, and then we need to consider if we can refine it, which usually means looking at other options and seeing if we can make it even better. And then when we've made it as good as it can be, in that time frame for what we know at that point, then we want to share it. And why do we want to share it? Because otherwise it doesn't really exist. It's not much point doing something for yourself and nobody else knows that it happened. And what does sharing do? It makes us grow. Okay, and it gives us energy to go back in and do more. And that process could be anything from saying thank you to somebody or telling somebody that you love them. Okay, so again, we need to think, what's the best ways to do that? What will, what will mean the most to them? What's the best format for that? Then we need to kind of visualize that and work that out and put, practice, doing that in our heads at least. And then, when we're doing it, as we're doing it, after we've done it, a few times, we want to refine it and see if we can get better at it. Can we be, more fluent at it? Can we have more of an impact? Can we, do it more often? Can we make it mean more, to that person? And then we want to share it again so that we grow and we get that feedback and, we get even better at it. And I think it goes from everything to saying thank you or I love you to making a cup of tea or learning photography or learning a language or in my case, composing music or writing a book or a poem, and even reading, researching, but even reading in particular, the first time you read a story, you're going to understand it on a certain level. But if you read it again, you've got another insight and now you're looking at it on a different level. Okay. And now you're really seeing, you're reading between the lines and, you're understanding the impact of the thing and you understand the subtlety of, what happened in the story at that point and the knock-on effect, which, the first few times around you probably won't ever even notice. So, everything that's worth doing, takes effort. So, we need to always try and go deeper and understand, what's going on and why and how we can improve it and all that sort of thing. So, anyway, this four activity path, I think, can apply to everything. And again, you'll notice it's a circle, it's a loop. Okay, and we can do that, within limits in any order, and in any amount. Okay, if we want to practice it more, we can. If we want to refine it more, we can. If we want to share it a lot more and not do anything new for a while, we can do that too. If we want to take a really long time brainstorming it, we can. And that kind of attitude, that fits into, this daytime slot idea. But notice that it's not actually, where's that gone? It's not actually a linear path. Okay, there are steps that need to be done, but they're not necessarily in 1, 2, 3 order. Okay, and we can flip between them. They all need to be done, but not necessarily in that order and not in equal amounts. And, as I say, if we're not in the mood, we decide, when we decide to do them, as long as we get them done. Okay. But to get them done, as I say, that's about remembering our goals, and our goals should come from our why. And, as I say, if you want to make a difference in the world to other people that you care about, then you need to do stuff. And that's what, trying to achieve the most in our day, it's about. But when I say the most in our day, I don't mean the most time spent. And I don't mean, the most number of to-do things, crossed off either. What I mean is in terms of these activities, where do they fly? when at what point can we make them fly, each one fly? And that's what we want to happen. And it doesn't matter, you know, when or how or, whatever that happens, it just needs to happen. Okay, so as I say, if you're not in the mood, then, arguably, unless there is a deadline, a real deadline made by somebody else that actually matters, um, then it's down to you, what you do, and what mood you're in when you do it. Okay, if you haven't got the discipline to accept this freedom, then maybe you need more deadlines and more goals and more to-do lists and more schedules. But I think there's a better way, and I think this is it. But as I say, I lost my way today and yesterday because I forgot my goals and I forgot my whys. Okay, and because I'm not remembering what's important to me, and this is what's important to me. So if that's what's important to me, then I need to do some stuff. Okay, and then it's not that every day is the same. It's not that I need to fill every day. It's not that I hate this expression. It's not that I'm stuck at home. Okay, or I can't do X, Y, Z, so I'm just going to sit and grump about that, all day instead. It's about what we choose to do with what we can do. Okay, and the point is that you need to work out what's important to you, whatever it is, and get it done. And in terms of being excited about getting out of bed every day, you need to decide. It's not going to be a to-do list. Nobody jumps out of bed, going, I must cross, 5 things off my to-do list. It's not. I've not met anybody like that. And it's not about doing things in some, prescriptive order that it has to be done in. As I say, it's about, having your why, having your goals, and doing whatever suits you best at that point in time to get them done. And there is a bit of discipline involved in this, but look at the huge freedom you have in that you can do. Where is it? Yeah, there we are. Anything in any order, pretty much. Within reason. Obviously some things physically need to happen before others, but it's kind of rare. Normally, we can change it about a bit, at least. So let's make every day different. Let's get out of bed excited because we've got these big whys. Okay, and then let's do the best we can. Let's optimize our enjoyment and our fun, and to get them done in the order that we want to get them done. And again, remember that there probably isn't exactly a deadline other than the ones we create for ourselves. And some of you may need those deadlines, but even with that, you can still work in with this huge freedom. Okay, so we have the huge freedom. What did I say? What did I call the show? Creating your freedom routines. So we have the freedom to create. We have the freedom to not have a routine, so long as we. How can I say that without contradicting myself? So long as we're always working towards our goals. So that's really the routine. The routine is that we're excited and we always want to get stuff done and we always get stuff done. And we're always, enjoying what we're doing and we're always enjoying the journey and we're always growing and getting better and, that kind of thing. Okay. So I don't know if I've explained that fantastically well. But not terribly. So I think you get it. But the point is that get out of bed excited because you want to do your whys. Okay, and then work out what you need to do to get your whys to come to life. And then, as I say, that's not going to be a to-do list. That's going to be activities that you need to do, in your preferred order and in your preferred amount of time. And proportions in order to achieve that. Okay, so that's basically it. So let's have a quick look, see if you've come up with any stunning reactions. And I don't think you have. No. Okay. So let me just put that back in there. Okay. It requires some discipline to suit your own growth and fun. And, and I think fun is, fun is vastly underrated. Okay, it's very important that we enjoy what we do, and we can. We're in this amazing opportunity where we have this kind of time and place freedom. To work to work out what's most important to us and do it, and and to share it with people. It's really quite special. And as I said, at the beginning of the series, I don't want to waste that. It was a wake up call, and I don't want to waste this time and look back at it and go, oh damn, I wish I'd done, what I wanted to do. Let's get it done. Let's work it out. Let's get it done. Okay, so that's it. I'll see you next time. Bye for now. Bye bye.